Rain lashed the windows of Greenwood High as students poured into the building, but inside the halls the storm was even more vicious. A new girl named Lena walked silently down the corridor, clutching her books, trying to blend into the blur of faces. Her quiet confidence and steady gaze made her stand out to a small group of notorious bullies who ruled the stairwell like their own kingdom. They whispered, pointed, and smirked, already plotting a cruel welcome for her. Lena had moved here after years of living on military bases with her mother, a decorated army officer. She had been taught discipline, self-control, and self-defense since she could walk. But she also learned something even more powerful from her mother: to avoid violence unless it was the only way to protect herself or someone else. That inner restraint gave her an aura the bullies mistook for weakness. Days passed. The harassment escalated from name-calling to shoving her books out of her hands. Lena picked them up silently, offering no reaction. Inside, though, she fought a battle between anger and compassion. She remembered her mother's words: "Strength isn't in striking back, it's in choosing when not to." Yet each day it got harder to stay calm. One Friday afternoon, the bullies struck the cruelest blow. As Lena climbed the old wooden staircase, one of them stuck out a foot. Another shoved her shoulder. She tumbled down the steps, hitting the landing with a sickening thud. Gasps erupted around the hallway. The bullies laughed nervously, not realizing what they had unleashed. Lena stood up slowly, brushed the dust from her clothes, and raised her eyes. For the first time, her calm cracked. There was steel in her gaze. Instead of exploding with rage, she took a deep breath. "Stop," she said, her voice quiet but firm. The crowd hushed. She didn't lunge at them. She didn't shout. She stepped forward, and with precise, practiced movements, she blocked the next shove aimed at her and guided the attacker's arm harmlessly aside. The boy stumbled, eyes wide, realizing she had used his own weight against him. Another bully tried to grab her wrist. She shifted her stance and gently pinned his arm, releasing him at once. The entire hallway watched, stunned, as she demonstrated control without harming anyone. The principal rushed out of his office just in time to see the tail end of the confrontation. Students were already pulling out phones, but Lena walked away without a word, heading straight for the nurse's office to check herself for injuries. The bullies stood frozen, shaken not by pain but by shame. They had thought she was defenseless. Instead, she had shown them a strength they didn't understand: discipline and restraint. Over the next few days, rumors spread about the new girl trained by the military. Teachers called her a hero for handling the situation without violence. But Lena didn't feel like a hero. In quiet moments she replayed the scene, wondering if she had done the right thing. Should she have reported them sooner? Should she have spoken up? She realized that standing up for herself didn't always mean fighting back. It could also mean asking for help. She decided to meet with the principal and tell him everything. To her surprise, two of the bullies were already in his office when she arrived. They stood up awkwardly when she entered. One of them mumbled, "We're sorry." Another added, "We didn't know, we didn't mean," their voices cracked with genuine regret. For the first time, Lena saw past their cruelty to the insecurity beneath it. They were kids acting out of fear, envy, or pain, emotions she knew all too well from moving place to place. The school arranged mediation sessions. Lena agreed to participate, setting clear boundaries but also listening. She learned that one boy's father had been deployed overseas and he'd been angry at the world. Another had been bullied himself in middle school and was trying to feel powerful. None of this excused their actions, but understanding their stories softened her anger. Through weeks of guided conversations, the atmosphere in the hallway changed. The group disbanded, and a few even began greeting her with awkward smiles. By the end of the semester, Lena had not only survived but transformed the school's climate. Students started a Stand Together club to teach self-defense and empathy. Lena helped lead it, inviting her former tormentors to train alongside her. They learned balance, discipline, and above all, respect. For the first time, many of them felt what it meant to belong without hurting someone else. The story that went viral online wasn't just about a girl trained by the military who defended herself. It was about a girl who used her strength to break a cycle of violence. Commenters from around the world wrote messages of support. "This is what true courage looks like. She taught him a lesson without hate. We need more Lenas." The inspiring message at the heart of Lena's journey is clear. Real power isn't in pushing someone down, it's in lifting yourself and others up. True strength is self-control, empathy, and the willingness to turn a moment of pain into a chance for change. In the end, Lena didn't just stand up after being pushed down the stairs. She stood up for a better way forward, and everyone around her rose with her.